If you need help with practicing your writing skills, check out these workbooks that can be useful in improving your academic writing skills. The link is in the description below. Do you want to improve your essay writing? After you have written your essay, taking time to revise your essay is one of the best ways to improve the content of your essay and potentially receive a better score. Revision or rewriting is not proofreading for mistakes or using spell check. It's also not a sign of failure. It's where good writing happens. Revision or rewriting is the best method to be able to communicate what you want to say in the clearest way possible. Now, after writing your essay or assignment, it's a good idea to leave it for a while and come back to it later. Then, the first thing to check is, did you answer the question? The structure and organization of your essay is more important than the spelling, grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. If you have not answered the question that you have been given, it does not matter how perfect your spelling or grammar or vocabulary or sentence structure is. You will not get a good score for your essay. So, does my essay or assignment answer the question that was given? Does it match the thesis statement? If not, you may need to write your essay again, or you may need to change your thesis statement. Another thing that you need to check for is this. Are the paragraphs basically the same lengths? Are they in the correct order for what I want to express in the essay? Are there clear transitions between paragraphs that help the essay to flow smoothly? How about between ideas in one paragraph? These transition words help to connect your ideas in your essay and are very important for good academic writing. Do the sentences in each paragraph flow in a logical order? Are there quotes that follow one after the other? It's not always a good idea to have one quote after another without some kind of explanation between them in your own words. Check for more precise words or vocabulary that could be used to make the writing even clearer. Now today, computers make revision or rewriting much easier. Copy and paste to rearrange sentences or words that need to be moved to a better location. Here are 4 things that can help with rewriting or a revision. The first thing is that you can add information, quotes, or punctuation that will make the writing clearer. Or you may need to subtract information, quotes, or punctuation that makes the writing difficult to understand or may be confusing. You can also move information, quotes, or punctuation that will make more sense somewhere else. Sometimes, after you've written your essay and you read it again, you can see that certain points might be used better in another location in your essay. You can also change words or information with better choices to make your writing clearer and more unified. Here's a quote from somebody expressing their frustration at how to improve their academic papers. When writing academic papers, I'm really bad at improving what I have already written. I've heard that most of the time, writing should be allotted to revisions. I know a few academics who are really good at keeping on revising until they are happy, but I simply can't do it. Knowing that a sentence, paragraph, section can be improved, but not being able to do so is very frustrating. Maybe you feel the same way. Let's try using some of the techniques we just talked about to improve this short paragraph. We can change the words really bad to a better vocabulary word such as inadequate. The words really good to experts. Keeping on revising could be changed to continuing to. Until they are happy could be changed to satisfied. We've only changed some of the vocabulary in this paragraph, but already it sounds more academic. Here's one more. Simply can't do it can be changed to difficulty doing this. As you can see, even just changing some of the vocabulary can improve your writing. But we know that there are other ways that we can use to improve and revise our writing, so let's move forward. Now, this is an essay that I had written for another video talking about the advantages and disadvantages of the internet. Even though I spent time trying to make this essay as clear as possible, there are still things that we can do to improve this. So let's do this together. One of the things we saw was that we can add information to make our essay better. The introduction paragraph is short and clear enough that I don't think we need to fix anything here. So let's look at our first body paragraph about the advantages of the internet. We could add some more information to help explain about more possibilities of where people can work because of the internet. This quote from Otelko helps to prove our point. It says, according to Otelko, one product of constant connectivity is the evolution of the typical employee. With workers able to stay in touch and on top of projects no matter where they are, telecommuting and remote working are on the rise. Employees are no longer tied to a desk, and companies are able to offer jobs to the most qualified individuals wherever they are. Now, because we've quoted this directly from the website, we need to include our source if we were to use this in an essay. Another thing that we can do is to change some of the words or the information. Often the words many, very, done are used when there are more appropriate words that would improve the essay. We can change the word many to the word numerous and the word very to the word extremely. Just changing those two words would help improve our vocabulary level of this paragraph. We've also used the word done in our sentence here. The sentence says, most areas have high-speed internet access, allowing for multiple things to be done through the internet. Now, if we have trouble trying to think of another way to express this idea, we can use something called a thesaurus. Thesaurus.com is a very useful tool that you should use to help you find better vocabulary for your essays. If we put in the word done and look for synonyms, we will find a whole list of words that could be used. Now, not all of these words will be useful in our sentence, so we need to look carefully and find the one that fits our context. Let's say we decided that the word performed would be a good word to choose, allowing for multiple things to be performed through the internet. Now, if you're not completely satisfied with the word performed, we can look again for other words that mean performed and see if there's a better word. After looking at this list of words, perhaps you decide that the word achieve might be a good word to use in this sentence. Most areas have high-speed internet access, allowing for multiple things to be achieved through the internet. And now, as you've been reading through your sentences, you realize that in your next sentence you have used the word how 2 times. This is not good academic writing. You could change the first word how to the phrase the way. For example, being able to use the internet has changed the way people shop as well as how and where they can work. Further down, we find the phrase make it possible. Often we can find one word that can be used to clearly state a phrase like this. We could change can make it possible to the word allows. This allows people to live in rural areas. In that same sentence, we have this can make it possible for people to live in rural areas and still maintain their usual lifestyle. Often we can use the word while to make the same connection as the word and. This allows people to live in rural areas while still maintaining their usual lifestyle. In the original essay, we have the words without being in person. We could make this clearer by saying without the need of being in person. The last phrase, saving time, travel costs and time, could also be made more clear by writing this, which results in being able to save both travel costs and time. All right, let's look at our second body paragraph and see where we could improve that paragraph as well. Again, we can find a quote from somewhere to help prove our idea that scams can occur more easily. This quote from Business Insider states that online scams are only growing in sophistication. It's a good idea to use information from somebody who is more of an expert on the topic who agrees with your ideas. Now, in one of the sentences, we have used the word because. There are other ways to say because. We've also used a phrase, can bring about. There may be a better way to write this that would be clearer, that we could use in place of those words. In place of the word because, we can use the words in that. Can bring about could be changed to may create or result in other social issues. We now have our two paragraphs that we have tried to improve. We said at the beginning of this video that you should check that your paragraphs should basically be the same length. You can see that these two paragraphs are not exactly equal in length. We may want to add a little bit more to our second paragraph to make them more equal. You do not always have to have equal length in your paragraphs that you write, but if one is much shorter than another, you may want to add more information or explanations in that paragraph. Now, because our topic is about the internet causing people to have less interaction, I typed into the search engine the words internet causes impersonal. And after looking at some of the entries, I found this article about 3 ways technology can negatively impact your relationships on a website called Good Therapy. From that article, I found that the Good Therapy website suggests that the internet also affects intimacy and may cause distraction and depression. Now, this will help support my point. And again, remember to include the source where you found this information. And here is our newly revised essay. You can see now that our body paragraphs are quite similar in length. You still could take the same essay and continue to revise until you're satisfied with your writing. In fact, many good writers will continue to revise until they're satisfied that the essay expresses exactly what they want to say in the clearest way possible. So, revision or rewriting is not just proofreading for mistakes or using spell check. It's not a sign of failure. It's where good writing happens. And it is the best method to be able to communicate what you want to say in the clearest way possible. Remember, after writing your essay or assignment, it's a good idea to leave it for a while and come back to it later. Revising and rewriting are part of learning how to write well. Happy writing! And be sure to check out my workbooks that are designed to be used along with these videos.